Hey guys, today I want to show you how to use this employment histories functionality in Salesforce. This is going to be the place that you record the applications that your members submit, the interviews that they go on, job offers they receive, and jobs that they actually accept and hold those positions, any promotions that they receive, jobs that they have to resign from or are terminated from. All of those things are very important for us to track so that we can better understand the journey our members are on and understand, what it takes for them to find gainful employment so we can help expedite that process. So I'm going to walk you through an example here with Jane Porter. We're going to say that she applied for a job at Cooper Automotive in Lafayette. She went on an interview for that job. She was offered a job and she accepted that job. And 6 months down the road, she's performed so well that she's promoted. So first things first, we're going to log the application that Jane submitted to Cooper Automotive. And to do that, to do all this rather, we're going to go to this employment history section once we've navigated to our member Jane Porter's record. You can get to this section two ways. You can hover over employment histories at the top of the page, or you can scroll down to the bottom of the page and find it there as well. Doesn't matter, it's the same information. So to log that Jane submitted an application to Cooper Automotive, we're going to click New Employment History. And you're presented with a drop-down, a choice of what type of employment history record you want to create. So in our case, we're going to select Job Application and click Continue. And the information that's requested is pretty straightforward. We'll say that she submitted the application on Friday. Again, it was to Cooper Automotive. Type in Cooper, click that magnifying glass icon to look it up. Make sure we're looking at the right employer. We'll say that she was applying for a part-time job, receptionist. We'll go ahead and save that record. Now let's say that Jane's application leads to an interview. They call her in. We want to log that interview as well. We want to understand how that interview went and what the result was. So to do so, again, we'll click New Employment History. Only this time we'll select Interview and click Continue. The information is a little bit different. Instead of application date, we're going to enter the interview date. We'll say that it was yesterday. Again, it was for a part-time receptionist job at Cooper Automotive. The nice thing about this field here is that it remembers your recent lookup items. So we don't have to click the magnifying glass again. It automatically remembers Cooper Automotive in our recent search history. And we want to indicate what the result of that interview was as well. So maybe we don't know, but maybe she was offered the job, maybe she was rejected for the position, or maybe she has to go through several additional interviews before she's awarded that position. But we know that this interview in particular went well, and they offered her the position. So we're going to select Position Offered. And we also want to log that she was offered that job. So rather than just clicking Save and having to navigate back to Jane Porter's record, we're just going to go ahead and hit Save and New. We're going to select Job Offer and click Continue. It's already got Jane's name there. Again, same information here. Actually, let's say that that interview went really well and they decided they wanted to hire Jane on full-time as opposed to part-time. Still for receptionist. That offer is dated today, and she accepted it. We'll put Cooper's over here again. And again, this job offer record is really just a record of the offer itself. It does not represent that Jane works at Cooper Automotive. We need to log a record of position held for that. And that is because you could very well put no for job offer accepted. Maybe she got a better offer somewhere else, Jane did, and we're just going to put no. That would indicate that this that would basically mean that this record does not suffice to represent employment, actual employment at Cooper Automotive. So we need to take one more step here and log the position held. So again, we'll just hit Save and New. And this time we're going to select Position Held as the type. We'll click Continue. And we're just going to fill out the basic information. Again, it's Cooper's. It's a full-time receptionist. We'll say it's $1,200 a month, roughly monthly income if you know that information. And she's going to start next Monday. And we'll go ahead and save that. And then the last step would be to navigate back to Jane Porter's member record and update the employment information section here at this main page. So if previously it had said that she was unemployed, we would want to update that to part-time or full-time, update her current employer, hire date, and the income information as well. We would save that. And then the last sort of example in this scenario is that 6 months down the road, Jane has performed so well that Cooper Automotive wants to promote her to manager. So in order to do that, we want to log a new record of position held, but we also want to close out that existing record. So we would just navigate back to that position held record and close it out by putting an end date. Say it's roughly 6 months down the road. And we want to say why that end date was put there, because there's a big difference between being terminated and being promoted. We want to be able to report on that information. So we're going to select promoted. You can select resigned, terminated, transferred, or best case scenario, promoted. Save that information. And that basically closes out that record, and we're ready to log a new record for Jane's new position. Again, we'll select the type as position held, and we'll put in that information. So we'll put that start date. We'll say that it's Cooper's. Full-time. Now she's a manager. And we'll say that that income doubled. We'll save that information. Again, if needed, we'll navigate back to Jane's member page and update the employment information section. Really, the only thing that might change would be the income information over here that you would update. And that's it. So that's how you're going to log this information, just like you used to do in the Google Sheets, logging number of applications submitted, interviews. Again, I know it seems a little bit redundant, but once you get the hang of it, it's really pretty quick to log this information. And it is very helpful for us to be able to get meaningful insights into our members and where they're at on their journey. And that's all we've got for you today.